You see me, can't you, in the reflection? I don't know why I bother doing that. How are we? Hey. Have you heard? Arr. 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 Yep. The R rate's lowering. It's my first gag straight away. How did you got that early on? The R rate is getting less. Are we all happy about that? Yeah, eventually, one day in the future, in the mystical future, we'll be able to do this live. I'll actually be able to see where I'll be able to join in. Let me see who's on straight away. Says Jamie does rubbish. Jamie does rubbish. Our team as well. You didn't get the joke though, didn't you? No one picked up on the joke too quick. Lou Tube. All right, Lou. How are you doing? Not a good day for you, is it, mate? Not a good day. But anyway, let's hopefully bring a few smiles to your faces. Anyway, I know what you want. I know what you want straight away. I'm not messing with you, is it? You want manky, don't you? You don't want to see me anymore. I've come to accept that it's really manky monkey that you need to see. So, as always, I shall use the various and required precautions and introduce to you your friend of mine. We're not messing today. We're going straight for the big guns. It's Manky Monkey. Are you all right? How are you doing? You all okay? What you got your mask on for? I thought I better put mine on as well. Then double safe because the R rate is going down. I know you can take it off. Come on, I want to see it. Oh, that's better. Oh, you can breathe so much more freely without the mask. Have you noticed that, Steve? Yeah, I've noticed that, to be honest with you. I've noticed that quite a lot. Hey, you know what I heard this week? What did you hear this week? Well, I heard this week. I don't know if it's a rumour, but I heard that humans, like you, like me, yeah, humans apparently eat more bananas than monkeys. Well, I think that's probably true because I certainly can't remember the last time I ate a monkey. Very funny. Very funny. I see what you did there. Did you see what he did? Very funny man. Very funny man, but not as funny as me. What do you mean not as funny as you? I do jokes too. You do jokes? I do monkey jokes. Who does monkey jokes? He's at it again, isn't he? He's at it again, trying to be funny all the time. I've told you, it's my turn to take the lead in terms of jokes. All right, you want to do some jokes. Do you want to hear me do some jokes? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, would you like to hear me, Manky Monkey, do some proper monkey jokes? Who would like to hear that? That's twice you done that joke. You did it first time. Oh yeah, sorry, fair enough. I did it the first time. Okay then. Who would like to hear Manky Monkey do his monkey joke? Go on, say yeah. I'm looking at the computer trying to read it. Can you do it as well? Yeah, I'll do it, don't worry. No one wants me to do the jokes. I'm doing them anyway. All right, do them anyway. I'll do them anyway. I know you're going to do them anyway. Are you ready for the first joke? Are you ready for his first joke? Monkey jokes. Here we go then. I'm dead excited about this. I'm really excited about it. I've always wanted to do the joke thing. Okay, here we go. What are you doing? I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting for you to do the jokes. Yeah, but this is my spot. It's my turn to do the stand-up on my own. What do you mean? You want me to go? Oh, yeah, if you wouldn't mind. I'll do mind because it's really me. You started the show. I gave you a platform. Yeah, but most of the people watching don't want to see you anymore. You want to see me? I'll go over here then. Thanks. Appreciate that. I'll be over here when needed.
Don't bring me with you. I need to stay. Ah, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my amazing monkey jokes. Here we go. Steve, could you pretend to be the audience and do some of the...
Oh, you want me now, don't you?
Well, it's only just like because I can't hear them. You know, like the knock knock.
Who's there?
I don't know.
I done a poo.
He just said I done a poo. He just did it. You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
All right, then. Go on, then. I'll tell them what you do.
Right, first joke. Why do monkeys love bananas?
I don't know why the monkeys love bananas.
Because they have appeal. Appeal. Do you get it? Appeal. Appeal. They could say anything. Could you just say, oh, is that? Who was that? It was Steve, quick, come back.
What is it? What is it?
There's a woman over there.
It's a woman. She never appears. She's like magical. That's the wife.
Your wife.
Well, I hope so. I think it's my wife.
You better check.
Yeah, it is my wife.
Okay. What do you think you're doing, you stupid woman there? Really? Steve has been very, very kind to give me an opportunity.
Yeah, I have.
To give me a... Oi! Show your face now to everyone. Show your face. Go on. Go on. There she is. Dear me, I finally get my big break and I'm getting interrupted by you. Can I do my jokes again?
Okay, I'll go over here.
Yeah, go over there. I'll go back.
Here we go. Second joke.
Okay, second joke. How do you open a banana? How do you open a banana?
I don't know. How do you open a banana?
With a monkey! With a monkey! Do you get it? That's another good one, isn't it? That's another good joke.
Yeah, very, very good.
What kind of underwear do monkeys wear?
What kind of underwear? You've not got any.
Don't give away secrets! Don't give away secrets like that! I do have some underwear on.
Do you? All right, what kind of underwear is it?
Chimpanzees! Chimpanzees! Do you get it? Pantsies! It's funny, that's a play. Play on words. What another one?
Yeah, go and do 2 more jokes.
2 more. All right, I'll finish on a high. Here we go. What do you call? You get this, go. Finish on a high. What do you call a flying monkey? What do you call a flying monkey?
All right, what do you call? I don't know. What do you call a flying monkey?
A hot hair baboon. A hot hair baboon. Do you like that one?
No, actually, worse one. Go on, give us 1 more.
Right. What does a monkey wear? What does a monkey wear? Yeah, while he's cooking.
What does a monkey wear when he's cooking? I don't know.
An apron. An apron. Do you get that?
Yeah, I get that. Very good. Go on. Because that was so good, I'll give you 1 final joke.
Okay. Final joke, ladies and gentlemen. What do you call a monkey with a banana in each ear? What do you call a monkey with a banana in each ear? Left ear and right ear.
I don't know. What do you call a monkey with a banana each ear?
Anything you want to can't hear you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for the the marvellous wit of Monkey Monkey.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. She's in my seat.
She's in your seat?
Yeah, that one over there.
My wife.
My wife is in my seat.
I can't move her. She's the wife.
Do you mind if I sit in your knee for a little while? No. No, okay. I'll go over there. Put me down and carry on with the show.
All right, I'll put you down. There we go. Well, let's do it once again. Monkey Monkey! The marvellous Monkey Monkey. How good is that? Now then, I want to try and get this in early because last week, this was really, really weird. This just by coincidence. I was going to talk at the end and we ran out of time. I was going to talk about some of the things, games that I used to play when I was a kid. And the week before I'd done the game, I don't remember, where you had to complete the squares. And the one I was going to do last week was one called Battleships. And then someone messaged me and said, you know what you should teach everyone? Battleships. And I'm not just making that up. Genuinely, I was going to teach them. So I thought, what I'd do is teach you today. So here we go. It's time to do Battleships. You can be the other person in the Battleships game.
Melissa
Yep.
says
Oh,
hi,
Melissa
Steve.
says what?
Hi, Steve.
Hello, Melissa. Hi. How are we? Good, I hope. Right, I'll do this on there's a little bit of piece of paper on here. Let me show you. What you've got to do on your blank piece of paper, you've got to turn it. Could you just pass me on files, please, then, Janet? And then I can use that to support me. Oh, it's a bit heavy, is it? Oh, it's a bit heavy, is it? Oh, it's quite heavy. Right, doesn't matter. I think you'll see how to see. So you see the piece of paper there, like that. And what you want to do, you've got to draw a grid. Now, if you've already got graph paper, then that's brilliant, lined paper. But if not, just do a grid like this. So do a round like that. And if you do, 1, 2.
Oh, Lucas Bradshaw
3.
says that's a classic
4,
game,
9.
that, Steve.
It is a classic game.
They were actually the family that were playing it last week.
Were they the ones who were playing it? Right, you see, this is why. Just to prove I'm not making it up. Now, there we are. That's what I've done a rough graph there. It's only very, very rough. Can you see that? Very, very rough graph. And what you do, you then number it. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the top. Can you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got it on mirror image, haven't I? Is there something I can do? I think that actually change it round so then you can better. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And then we do A on this side. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right, so that's your graph. Now you and whoever you're playing the game with, you can do this online on Zoom. You don't even have to be on Zoom if you're honest. You have to be honest. You draw your battleships. And what we'll do one little battleship. So you put, so I'm going to do a little battleship right up at the top there. Now this pen's a bit big to be drawing a full ship. But there we go. Look, there's a little boat at the top there. Can you see? And then you might want to put another ship. Now this time do a tour. So that means it's got to cross 2 squares. So I'll do one right in the middle there. A bigger battleship right in the middle there. I'll draw one there like that. Good guns on that. Proper guns and everything. Look at that. It looks more like a spider, doesn't it? But anyway, that's a doubler. So that's taking up 2 squares. And then we'll do one with it. Now you can do as many or as few ships as you want, but make sure you both agree beforehand how many you do. So one of you might want to do a 1er, a 2er, and like I said, we're going to do a 3er. And a 3er is going to go, just because it doesn't matter, you can have them down as well. So I'm going to do a 3er down that way there. So it's going to go that way, the 3er. Then you see the big, long, and this one, the 3er, is aircraft carrier. Look at that, see? Can you see my aircraft carrier on the side there? So can you see the spaces it's taken up? So the little one there has taken up A1. So A1, that's the little one there. This 2er has taken up D3 and D4. And then the long 3er has taken up E5, F5, and G5. So what you do to play the game is somebody shouts out a square. So the other person who you're playing against shouts out a square. So Janet, give me a square. Don't be cheating. Okay. Look at everything.
2B.
2B. Right, 2B or not 2B, Janet?
That is the question.
It is. Well done. That's on the bag there. Well done, Mum. 2B is there. So make a note that you guessed 2B. So maybe put a little dot in it or write it down here at 2B. And that's the one you guessed. Right. And I'd say, no, you missed. You didn't hit your battleship. Right. And then I'd have a go and I'd say 4G. Down there, and you might say it's not on your battleship because we're in the same place. Make sure you don't do them in the same spaces. Eventually, Jack might say A1, and she'd be right because there we are, right A1, and I'd have to go, yeah, you got me battleship. You sunk my battleship. Now, people who remember this used to be a proper game called Battleship. I think you can still buy it. When you buy battleships, that was the advert back in the 70s and 80s. And a little boy used to go, you sunk my battleship. You sank my battleship. Anyway, so that's the first one. Now then, if, for example, they said D3, right, you can say hit, right, and do a cross. But if you don't say you've sunk the battleship, that means you've still got one more space to go. So you know that next time it might be there, the second space, or it could be there, but eventually you got 4D. And this is how you play it. You keep going through until you've all the battleships. So 3, like I said, you've got to name 3 spaces to get that one. And that, boys and girls, is how to play battleships. There we go. Fantastic. Have a go yourselves. Let me know how you get on this week with your game of battleships. Now, what I want you to do is carry on from last week. Remember, you act these out. I want you to proper act them out, okay? These are the about last week. Now, last week we spoke about the guy, the strongman. Out like that and have 2 people dancing on each arm. That's how strong that strongman was. And then we had the other guy who rode around a circus ring with bees on his face. That was his variety act. The true, genuine variety act back in the day. So today we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 absolute belters for you, ending on your favourite. I'm sure it'll be your favourite. Have you ever heard of Le Pétement? Le Pétement, yes. Some people know what I'm talking about. So, first one we're talking about today is Signora Ghirardelli. Signora Ghirardelli. Now, this woman was incredible. She basically entertained audiences in the early 19th century. Go on, act her out now. Ready? She's on stage. This is what she's doing. So you've got to act this out in front of each other. She used to cook eggs in boiling oil held in her palms. She'd hold the oil in a tub in her hand. Boil it up, and pop eggs in, and they cook. Yeah, I know. Listen, they didn't have a telly back then. They had to be. Sometimes they were desperate for entertainment. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they were very desperate for entertainment. I'm just going to turn that back because I realised I've gone the right way around. Oh yeah. Anyway, the next one. Oh, there was more to it. Run red hot poker over a lint. So she got a red hot poker over her body and she did it like that. Red hot. Unbelievable. She'd also attend to baked goods while inside a blazing oven. Can you believe that? She went inside the oven and it just bring things out. I mean, one can only imagine the state of that lady's skin. My wife would be straight onto it with her Body Shop products, wouldn't you, love? She'd be straight there going, oh, you look like your skin gets a proper hammering in your job. You need some of this soft moisture. What would you recommend for someone who climbs in and out of ovens? What kind of cream would you recommend for that?
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera. And Vera, if you're watching, hello from me too. Right. Some of these are jokes. Here's a game you can play. Spot them. Right, this is not a joke. This is another proper 19th century entertainer. Arthur Lloyd. He astounded vaudeville. Vaudeville, that's the old word for entertain, or for entertainer, music hall entertainer. He astounded vaudeville fans by producing from his capacious pockets. Now, this isn't great. If anyone can reproduce this act, I would love them to do so. May well be me in the future. I don't know, but get this right. He would produce anything printed on tickets and things. He'd produce them from his pockets. Now, this sounds ridiculous, but listen carefully, right? He'd produce things like admission tickets to the White House, membership cards to the Communist Party, and ringside tickets to the Dempsey Carpentier championship fight. They were among the 15,000 items that he had in a specially made coat. So he basically had a coat with 15,000 secret pockets on it. And if you said to him, get me a bus ticket from London to Manchester, and he'd go, and he'd know where the bus ticket in Manchester. How amazing is that? He basically memorized 15,000 pockets. Incredible. Now, the next one is another belter. Jean Royer, a 17th century native of Lyon in France. And he swallowed an enormous quantity of water. Now, please, you can pretend you're doing this, but don't do it for real. All right, so you drink the water. What does he do to entertain people? Oh, it's a mystery. What could he possibly do to be so entertaining? He spews it out. That's what he does in big arcs. He was a human water fountain, basically. Using his mouth, throwing up water. How incredible is that? And then number 9, Clarence Willard. He was known as Willard the Man Who Grows. How good is that? Willard the Man Who Grows. And his act consisted of, I'll basically do it for you, and you can all join in with this. His act consisted of him growing 6 inches. Not even like he grew a foot. He didn't even like grow, 2 foot. Nothing spectacular. He just grew 6 inches. So he basically went like this. Ta-da! That was his. But there is a little bit more to it, he said, because he did this by standing next to a volunteer from the audience. So he'd stand back to back with the volunteer, and then he was a master at manipulating his body and used to basically just clip bones out of his joint, and it would naturally just make him grow. So I can do it with my face. Now, anyone who's seen me, who knows me, know this is my party picture. I'll take my glasses off to do this, right? This is the amazing shrinking face of Steve Royal.
Yeah. Good job.
You see, it's coming. I can normally fit it into just my fingers like that, and then when I expand it, it can go to that size. Yes, that's the incredible shrinking face of Steve Royal. And the final one that I promised you, Le Petter Man. Now, if you've never seen Le Petter, I've never heard of him. Kids, you're gonna love him. He was the world's greatest ever. He's never been beaten. Farter. Yes, he could trump tunes and trump anything. He basically went on stage and went. And in tribute to him today, we instead of name that tuba, we shall do name that fart. In the true Le Petter Man style. Oh, we've got a comment. Yes, sir.
Can we just say...
Evening, Steve. Yeah. If you get a moment, can you say hello to my wife, Cheryl Riley? It might knock her off her stride and may win your quiz for a change. And he may win the quiz for a change. All right. Okay. So that's Cheryl Riley. Yeah. Hiya, Cheryl. Oh, what's that, Cheryl? What's that over there? Come on, Stu. Look at the answer to the quiz. I just realised, where's my quiz? I can't find my quiz. Oh, it's in there. Don't worry. Don't panic. The quiz is coming up. Okay, final one. Le Petter. I said what I'll do is tribute. So instead of doing the first round, I'll name that tuba now. I'll do it in the style of Le Petter. So I will trump a tune. Okay? So here we go. This is a classic film. We always do films first. So here we go. Classic film. Name that farted tune. There you go. Anyone guessed it?
No.
Come on, get on the live chat. Tell us what you think it is.
I actually know this one.
Anybody? No one guessed it yet?
No. Can't believe they've not guessed this one.
Come on, this is really good. Trumpet. Maybe I'll try it then on the tube, and then if you're really struggling with this, we'll go back to name that tube. I didn't think that. I thought you'd be all right with that. But here we go. Ready? I can't remember it. It's a classic film from the 70s. This. Clint's one.
Shotgun.
Not shotgun. Shotgun. Actually, that's shotgun. Shotgun? It's a film. I've already told you it's a film. Not George had just shotgun. I've done shotgun before. It's not shotgun.
I think you need to give him a bit of... I don't know.
It's a film. It's a classic cowboy film. It's a western. It's a classic western.
I know. The Lone Ranger.
Steve Riley. Oh, it's you. Even though I distracted your wife Cheryl, you still didn't get that right. It's not the Lone Ranger. Who's that? Louise Walker's got it. It's Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Odds. Odds. Dude, that was appalling. Right, okay then. Next tune now, and this is a pop hit. We always do a pop hit. Today's pop classic is, it was a big hit just a couple of years ago. That's the chorus. That's the chorus. Anyone got it? Anyone got it?
I think you might have to trump this one.
Trumpet. You said it with all seriousness, like
rain on me.
Rain on me. No, it's not rain on me. It's a young man who's had several hits, and he did this with another fella. I think it was a duet. Very Spanish tune. There's a massive group.
Despacito.
Who's got it?
Despacito.
Lucas Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Despacito. Let's hear the tune played correctly. There you go. That was Name That Fart and Name That Tuber today. Now then, I think we're going here now, so we better end with a quiz anyway. I did promise you a quiz, so here we go. This week's quiz is, let me check I've got the right one. Here we go. Right. So true or false quiz, okay? Oh, it's heads and tails, sorry. So you put your hands on your heads if you think it's if you think the answer's a head question, and then put your hands on your bums if you think you're wrong, and just count up 5 questions. See who does the best from this. Are you ready?
Sorry to
What's that?
interrupt. Said put your hands on your bums if you think you're wrong.
It
didn't mean that. You didn't mean that.
She didn't mean that.
No.
It didn't mean that.
It didn't mean
What would I be? Where would I be without my wife? In a happier place. Here we go then, right. Here we go. Your tongue, you get the idea when I start it. Here's the first question, and then I'll tell you what to do. So your tongue, eye, and jaw muscles are among the strongest muscles in your body. But how many muscles does it take to speak? If you think it's 65, put your hands on your heads. If you think it's 75, put your hands on your bums. So your tongue, eye, and jaw muscles are among the strongest muscles. I think we had this question a few weeks ago, I think I might be just, but I know we've got other questions here. So if you hands on bums, you win that one. Give yourself a point. You give yourself a point. That's excellent. It is indeed 75. 75 muscles to speak. That's amazing. Most of them are probably in your face. Most of your face. Probably those muscles are helping them breathe and make noise. Okay, second question. How many paintings did Vincent Van Gogh, that is, not his brother Brian, Vincent Van Gogh sell in his lifetime? How many paintings did Vincent Van Gogh sell in his lifetime? If you think it was none, put your hands on your heads. If you think it was 1, put your hands on your bums. So if you think it was none, he didn't sell any paintings in his lifetime, put your hands on your heads. If you think it was 1, put your hands on your bums. Drum roll. And the correct answer is he sold one painting. Oh my word. He probably went, it's probably the shock that killed him. You what? I sold one. Pardon? You said what? You only had one ear. That's the Van Gogh joke there. See? Pardon? Get off. I've sold a painting. And that's what did him in. So there you are. How are you doing? 2-0? 1-0? Here we go. Next question. The only food that won't spoil is, if you think it's honey, put your hands on your heads. If you think it's chocolate, put your hands on your bums. Honey, hands on heads. Chocolate, hands on bums. The only food that won't spoil. Have you decided? The answer is honey. Yeah, your hands on your heads, you're a winner. Anyone got 3 out of 3 yet? Well done if you have. Well done indeed. Now this is a good one. A crocodile cannot stick its tongue out. That's why they get a bad press, the crocodiles, but one thing they're not is rude. They're not rude. They don't stick their tongues out. But the Nile crocodile can hold its breath underwater for how long while waiting for its prey? So when it's waiting to catch something, go, how long do you think it can hold its breath? If you think it's 2 hours, put your hands on your heads. If you think it's 3 hours, put your hands on your bums. So heads for 2 hours, tails for 3 hours. And the answer is, drumroll, 2 hours. 2 hours a crocodile can stay on the water for. That's amazing, isn't it? I can't do 2 minutes. About 20 seconds, I reckon. Maybe a bit more. Final question. The tallest man in this world was Robert Wadlow. Robert Wadlow. But the question I want to know is, how tall was he? Was he 8 foot 10 inches or 8 foot 11 inches. Hands on your heads for 8 foot 10. Hands on your tails, on your bums for 8 foot 11. Was he 8 foot 10 or 8 foot 11? Final chance to answer. Get your answers in now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And the answer is tails. He was 8 foot 11 inches. Give yourselves a round of applause for joining in with the quiz. Now then, we're going to end with this just for a bit of fun this week. It is half-term holidays, I think, for many of you. Enjoy your half-term. What I suggest you do, now I always do this, and normally do it with my pack of cards, not do it with a pack of cards, and just tell you what to do, just for a bit of fun.
Steve,
Send me.
Steve,
Yeah, sorry, yes.
Steve,
Sorry, why is interrupting?
love the shirt. They love it.
They love the
They
shirt.
love the
Thank,
shirt.
excellent, and thank you very
Yes.
much. Dancers comparisons.
Yes, that's
Well, thank you.
Loves the
Dancers
shirt. Loves the shirt.
comparisons. Compared to other shirts, it's rather special, isn't it? This is the one I wore in the final of Britain's Got Talent. There you go. It's got little press studs on because I can whip it off, but no. Anyway, because I did the swimming thing into swimming. Remember that? I'll do it now for you. It was one. That's what I did. Anyway, the good thing I want you to do this week, and this is just a bit of fun, and send me the videos of you doing it if you can. Please, please, tag me on Facebook, put them on Facebook, put them on Twitter, on Instagram, anything you want. Put them on there of you doing this. You've got to set up someone in your house, right? Someone in your house who's not watching this now. Build an obstacle course, just a simple obstacle course, where they've got to go under one thing and then over another thing like that. And then they've got to maybe go through a gap and tell them to do it and see how quick they can do it. So they'll think it's dead easy. We're going to time them. Go right over that, okay, under that, yeah, through that, and you did. Oh, you did that in 7 seconds. Well done, Dad. 7 seconds. Now the challenge is to try and beat it, but blindfolded. And then you put a blindfold on their heads. Right? Put a blindfold them, a tie, all right, or a bit of material, tie it around them, blindfold them, and then this is the secret: get someone to take all the obstacles away and film them. This is the important bit: film them doing it, because what you'll film is your mum or your dad or your brother or sister walking around the room going. really slowly, guaranteed to get laughs and guaranteed to get hits on that there YouTube if you put it on there. Listen, wherever you put it, please tag me in it, and let's all have a laugh together. In the meantime, we've come to the end of our Saturday Sanity saving for this week. Thanks so much for joining, everyone who did. Any last final shout outs? No.
Steve, he won.
Oh, did it? Yeah. Oh,
No,
Stu Riley.
Stu.
Yes, I win it. Worked a treat. Well, I'll distract you again next week for you, Stu. Don't you worry. Listen, in the meantime, thank you everyone for joining in, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.